Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having an excellent weekend. And again, want to start off the video by thanking all of you for all of the support on the channel. Immensely appreciate it. If you guys like the content, if you like the video series, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, make sure to hit that bell button to get alerts and updates on all new content posted on the channel. Today, what I wanted to do was talk about mining with USB Bitcoin miners. There was a few comments in the comment threads concerning if these are worthwhile to buy or not. So I thought I'd just do a quick video kind of going through an analysis of what you can expect to earn with a USB miner. There was one comment in particular that was suggesting you can actually use these to mine at work, mine in the library, essentially take these wherever you are going and using the computer that is maybe in a public library, is at work, so on and so forth, to mine Bitcoin. So I wanted to take a look at that to see if that was feasible or not. As you guys remember from my prior videos, I have been talking about some very powerful dedicated Bitcoin mining hardware. In particular, the S9 Antminer. You can see here the piece of equipment with its power supply. And you can see on the left there 11.85 terahash as well as wattage 1172. And a lot of these miners also require that you have a 240 volt plug-in to plug in these miners. So these take a tremendous amount of electricity to run on a daily basis. On the flip side of that is a miner like this. This is the U1 Antminer. This has a very small amount of hashing power. Instead of terahash, we're talking about gigahash. 1.6 to 2 gigahash, but the wattage is only about 20 to 30 watts or so. So it has a lot less wattage, but a lot less hashing power as well. So two different sides of Bitcoin mining. On one hand, you have the very powerful pieces of equipment like the S9 Antminer, dedicated pieces of equipment that require special voltage to plug in. And on the other hand, you have simply USB miners you can plug into any computer as long as you have an internet connection and a few simple pieces of hardware. You can start mining. It doesn't need a powerful computer. It doesn't need a big power supply or 240 volt wall plug-in. Simply plug it into any computer and you start mining with those USB drivers. So I thought I'd take a kind of look at that with a calculator here. Again, up on screen here I have the parameters for the S9 Antminer, and you can see here the hashing power 14 terahash, the power consumption 1400 watts, cost per day. So that is a very high electricity cost per day, but kind of wanted to do the worst case scenario with regards to mining. But you can see here profit per day is very good, 16.67. Profit per week 116.70, and then per month and then per year you can see profit per year $6,084. And with the price of the machinery, typically around $1,600 to $3,000, depending where you can pick this up. I put out a few videos talking about eBay. Now, on eBay, the prices are sort of all over the place. On the lower end, from the manufacturer, $1,600, but on the higher end, folks trying to scalp some of this machinery because it's very popular right now. Supply and demand really dictate the price of these pieces of equipment. It can go all the way up to $3,000. So the payback period for sort of a mid-range system is about 110 days or so right now. That's come down quite dramatically with the increase of Bitcoin because, again, these calculators are essentially taking the terahash, the hashing power, times the price of the coin. So that the terahash gives you how many coins you can make per interval, whether that's day, week, month, or year, times the price of the coin gives you these numbers here in green. And you can see Bitcoin mined per day, again, kind of goes into the specifics behind the calculation. So on an S9 Antminer, you can make quite a bit of profit. But if we go back and take a look at the U1 Antminer here, again, we're only talking about 1.6 to 2 gigahash, so a magnitude very much lower than that of the S9 Antminer. But the prices are lower as well. So if we take a look at eBay, for example, you can see the prices here are in the $30, $40 range. Some are up to $50. You can put these in series, as you can see here. You simply need a USB dongle to do that. But otherwise, these are very cheap. You can see here, a few are even trying to scalp here. $140 for the U1 Antminer here. But that is not the typical price, $85. So you can see here, as with the S9 Antminer, the prices are kind of all over the place. At the lower end, you're looking at $30 to $40. At the higher end, $200 150 or so, 60, kind of all over the place depending on who you are buying this from. So just like the S9 Antminer, there's a lot of scalpers on eBay. Be wary of that if you are thinking about doing any mining with the S9 Antminer or the U1 Antminer here as well. But if we take a look back at the calculator, so we need to actually switch this here to a gigahash, and we're only talking about 2.2 here. And you can see the dramatic decrease in the profit per day. The wattage is put essentially 0, because if you're using this at work or a computer that is not at your home, you're essentially using no power. Same electricity cost, doesn't really matter for this calculation. You can see here the profit per day drops dramatically. In fact, if you take a look at the year graph, you're only going to be making $1.19 per year. So this might be fun to kind of dive in to do some mining, but you're not going to have any profit from mining, even if you're mining with 0 electricity cost here. As you can see here, 0 for the wattage, and this 2.2 gigahash here is the best case scenario with a lot of these USB miners. So you're simply not going to be making any money. And if you just think about maybe buying a U1 Antminer for $60, the payback period is essentially 60 years. So they're not profitable. They're fun for the hobbyist, but the U1 Antminer, USB Antminers, any USB miner for that a reason is not going to be profitable. But this because the gigahash is so low compared to the overall hash rate of the system. So again, just wanted to quickly go through and respond to a viewer comment on the U1 Antminer here. You guys have jumped in with USB miners in the past. Kind of interesting, but not something that I think is going to be worthwhile. So not to make the video too long, I'll kind of end it there. As always, if you guys enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And until next video, we'll see you then.